So my box of bits, if you're not aware of what my box of bits is, check out the video here. I found a couple of switches. Now, the only switch I can find that was already in my dashboard was this one. As you can see, it's got a broken terminal there. Pretty sure it's the light switch, because the switches I found, one of them has one less terminal. See? This one here's got 2 terminals on there, that one's just got the one. So because my lights aren't actually on the car yet, I put the suspected light switch to one side, and we're going to try and get the wipers to work. If the motor doesn't turn, we can either strip it down, clean it, or we can just replace the motor. So first thing I've got to do, look through here, figure out which wires from the mess behind the speedometer are the ones for this, or likely the ones for this. I might clean these terminals up a bit as well, because they're a bit manky. So what I've got to try and figure out now is which terminals do what. I'm guessing it's going to be those 2 there. So let's find the black and green wire and see if we can get power to the motor. So black and green is 1, black is 3, and the green is 2. So black and green, yeah, black and green, I don't remember all this now. Black and green is 1, which is what we got. Black was 3, which is what we got. And so they're the right way around. Let's see if, when we put ignition on, let's just go all out and say, let's see if the wipers actually turn. Problem is now my speedometer is in the way. Well, that was predictable. Right, so the green one should have power, so let's put the ignition on again. There we are, that's on. Don't want to leave it on too long, so I'm going to burn the coil out. So the green wire, green terminal there, should have power, and it has nothing at all. Let's just check up top of this fuse box again. Still don't have anything at all there. Nothing on the other side. We do at the battery. Nothing there. Alright, tell you what. Let's check with the multimeter. So we test the battery. We've got 11.7 volts. We go in there. We have nada. Okay, up here we have also nada. Literally nothing. There we go, got like 4 volts on there. I'm just probing the main big, yeah, they all work. So, what about the bottom half? God, I've got to stop jumping every time the fuel pump runs. Just checking each end of the fuses at the moment. Oh, you've got something there. Yeah, I think this is just a case of dirty old connections. Alright, day 2 of trying to fix the wipers. So, what I've done now, I've connected my multimeter to the wire that should have power, and it's down there. And then the black cable I fed through the bulkhead. That is set to test continuity. So what I'm going to do now is check all the other wires. So you've got these other green wires. There's another black and green one, 2 solid green, and check them for continuity. That one shouldn't have anything anyway. Can't hear any beeping. Oh, there we go. Nothing there. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. That's beeping. Right, so now we've got to figure out then, where does that green wire go to? Because that should be our 12 volt power to the wiper motor. So here's our light switch, and we've got green wire. This is the green wire here that we're trying to trace. So we come up here. What I didn't notice is, not there, there, it goes into number 15. Now, number 15 is apparently an instrument voltage regulator, which looks a bit like that, and lives there. As you can see, I haven't got one. So I think it's time to go for a rummage in my box. So what I'm going to do, I couldn't find that voltage stabilizer block, so I'm going to have to buy one. They're not that expensive, they're about £12–13. So I've made a jumper wire, and I'm going to go on the top of the fuse box so it's fused, and then we'll pull that middle green power wire off and put our jumper wire on there. And in theory now, with the ignition on, we should have wipers. So there's our switch. A bit fiddly putting the ignition on from here, but I'm sure we can manage it. There we are, ignition is on. Yep, ignition's on. And we have no wipers. Right, so is it the motor at fault? We'll leave the ignition on for a moment. We're going to do some testing. Right, first thing we need to know is if we've actually got power there. So multimeter set up, we'll put one terminal there, just happens to be the red one. Confused a lot of people. I'll back probe my new wire. Oh, hold button's on. Back probe, and we've got power there. Nothing there. Oh, where's the spark then? Right. There you go, can you see the spark? So we know we've got power there then. So my guess is it's the motor that's the creak. Right, so I've taken, there's 4 screws in this top plate, 2 there, one here, one here. There are the screws. Size wise, not sure, I'll put it in the bottom here. They are somewhere between a 6mm and a 7mm, whatever that is in imperial. But so yeah, this plate then comes off. Obviously it's well greased up. And then we take this housing off, which I thought actually might do something a bit more than whatever it does. That then obviously gives us access to the, so this is the rod that goes backwards and forwards, the cable inside there that moves the wipers up and down. The motor there is on like a worm gear, just here, which spins this plate. So flat blade screwdriver. I do not want to lose this clip. Whatever happens, do not lose the clip. There we go. Put that up on my wing. That obviously is, there's a little copper bushing there, I think. There we go. Right. So if we move that over there, I've managed to get the cable moving. If I move the wiper motors by hand, you can see the rod moves in and out, so I'm quite happy that's alright. There's 2 long flathead bolts. One of them holds the black cable on, the other one at the bottom, which releases all of the inside of this, inside of the motor. Of course, now the problem I've done is because I've gone and joined that. There we go. Because I've gone and joined the brown wire on there, I can't bloody well get it out. So I'll check the brushes on that in a minute. You can see that does not look too clean on the motor. It is, however, free. It's not seized up. So I haven't got any new brushes for it. I did find some brushes, but I think they're for the starter motor. So I'm going to give everything here a clean up and put it back together. Wishful thinking, but I suppose it's worth a try. And don't cost anything, does it? A bit of time. So yeah, a bit of Scotch-Brite. Just clean that mess off. Clean off the inside of the housing as well, and we'll see what happens. Right, everything on the motor is cleaned up. I'm trying one more time. Ignition on, and yeah, look at that. fix the wiper motor. Oh, a bit more. Ooh, the cable popped out. There we go, on there. I've got this little C-clip sits over there, but I don't think it went that way. I think they normally go on that way. There we go, clipped in. And yeah, it's just this lot here then, so that goes on first. Right. Let me put that on there, past the cable. I'll put these little screws back in, and then we'll see whether the wipers actually turn. This has been, well, 2 quite long days actually, but working wipers. Does actually sound quite funny, but I think it's just because it's low battery and obviously there's no screen wash, but I am well pleased with that. As always, thanks for watching. If you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I've got a week off actually, end of this month, end of October. We were going to go away in the camper van. I am tempted to, well, obviously with COVID and everything, we don't really know what we're going to be able to do, whether we are even going to be able to go out in the camper van. So if not, I will probably be here working on the Morris. So I want to get a few videos ahead, but I reckon if I have a couple of days straight, I reckon I could get this running and driving properly. So watch this space, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.